Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby. We are here generating a world of harmony, okay? Leveraging astrology to get it done. You see there down at the bottom, our members met yesterday in the Astro Divinity membership. Welcome to who you are. You know who you are. I'll leave your name out. We had a new member come in yesterday. People are taking advantage of the discounts, which will only last for 2 more days. So I just want to say that early on in the video, January 18th, when Mercury starts to go direct in Capricorn, moving towards Aquarius, all right, the discounts will be done. And only if you were a part of these lives did you really kind of know about that. So that said, you see there's the membership. It is now available. All right, the next one we meet is going to be 2 weeks from now, just to give you a heads up. And that's when all systems are a go. Okay. Bring my microphone a little closer here. Okay. So with that said, I want to give you some of the downloads on the major transits that I've been for myself, just watching, just sitting, just waiting to speak about. I've been building a lot of personal experiences with each of these transits. Some of the major ones happening have to do with Pluto, Venus, Saturn. Okay, I'm going to break those down for you. Many of us do know that Mars is in direct motion, our action, our drive. Okay, where we have faced conflict, where we have faced aggression, where we have faced people cutting us down with words, or me or I or others cutting others down with words, especially when insecurities have been revealed. This is Mars and Gemini really kind of being kiddish and childish with everything I just said, but not necessarily doing it because we really want to hurt people, more doing it because we didn't know better of how to respond. It's something that we've learned with Mars and Gemini over the last 2.5 months of retrograde, how to just slow down with our words, slow down with our thoughts, and start to be a little more caring. Make sure this is, no, I got the wrong camera on. Yeah, Mercury Retrograde ain't finished yet. Okay, here we go. Now we got the clean quality camera. Okay, great. So, okay, let's get into it. Hit the thumbs up while you're in here. Expect tonight to be a show. I'm going to do my best I can to just say what I got to say and get up out of here, okay? One of the main ones is January 12th. We had Mars go direct. I'm going to go ahead and put that up on screen. This is Mars and Gemini going direct on the 12th. So I'm going to drop it up there. So this will be our first little thing we'll kind of talk about. And I'm just going to go down the line one by one. And I believe I put these in order with Mercury Retrograde coming up and going to be over soon. So for now, let's talk shop when it comes to Mars going direct. Anybody that wants to share their Mars experience, please do. Okay, how has Gemini and Mars impacted you? What has been revealed? What has it shown you? How have you started to deal with your mental thought patterns better? Today is the Scorpio moon, so there's a lot of understanding of the psychological motivations behind our thought patterns, behind our discussions, behind how we learn, behind how we unlearn, okay, behind how we take action towards integrating. Key word with Gemini. Gemini is an integrator. It is a problem solver. And when it's in retrograde, it's like we were being asked to solve our problems in a brand new way. And that's not always the easiest thing, especially when the problems that we've had and the ways in which we have solved those problems have been integrated from the ages of 5 to 9 years old, which Gemini is in human years. 5 to 9 years old in human years. It's winter time. Gotta oil up these lips. So, you know, the inner child, the curious child of Gemini has been showing us how to honor and take action on the darker thoughts that we've had and the lighter thoughts, and also the ones that have conditioned us in a manner that is completely out to date. Mars is a cutting instrument. It is a planet that likes to sever, okay, things, people, places, actions, memories, all right, depending on where it's at. So if I give you a brief preview about what Mars has been impacting, I'm going to go to this transit master. I'm going to thank my partner Eileen for going ahead and putting this together. Okay, so here's my transit master. I now will go over to Mars. I have Gemini here. Okay, great. So Aries, you're going through the third house, as you see. Is it possible for me to zoom in? I think so. Okay, cool. So we're going to go down here. We're going to see Aries is the first zodiac sign. All right, Mars going through your third house. So media, talking, speech, being quick to talk, slowing down. I'm an Aries myself. Okay, Mars and Gemini really look like slowing down. Taurus, okay, really just valuing yourself a lot more. Okay, I know you've been going through a lot of partnership transits with other people. You're finally starting to want to get back out there. Okay, you've been getting your money right. It's been a slow grind, a slow process. You've been, demanding more, taking action on what you're worth. All right. And it goes on and above and beyond that, taking care of, cutting out certain hedonistic pleasures, whether it's food, whether it's sex itself, okay, whether it's a substance. Gemini, you have been cutting through, severing an old personality, right? How you used to be, how you used to show up, as well as different changes in your home, okay? My solar return, I'm a Gemini rising this year, for example, like I rearranged my home today. I created a new feng shui type environment. So Gemini, that's something that, you rearranging your home, because this is the first and a fourth house for you, with Virgo being your sister. Cancer, okay, for all the Cancer placements, Gemini, and I got a lot of Cancer placements, okay? This one has been hitting me hard. A lot of subconscious severing, okay, from the family's dynamic at a deep 97% programming. You've been cutting through in this Mars and Gemini, so congratulations to you, because this has been a process that has actually shifted you at a molecular level. Your thoughts that have kept you literally not just in the past, which it has, stopping you from moving forward in the future. It's finally allowing you to a 12th house surrender the karma through certain forms of isolation, even separating yourself a little bit from the family. All right, Leo, you've been cutting through the friendships. All right, everybody that doesn't respect what's unique about you is cutting through. You're cutting through the nonsense, and you're having strong conversations. Virgo, big career cuts, big career shifts. You've been reevaluating what that has looked like, and now you've gone direct. So you're able and you're ready to polish and improve your image, your public status, and how you're going to decide to climb the ladder now. All right, Libra, 9th house. This is kind of something where, okay, cool. This is something Libra 9th house where. And I know some Libras, and they're really looking at international travel. Some are already doing it, but you might be cutting out some of the useless forms of travel. Just traveling to travel potentially like that. That might be some of my friends really kind of cutting back. Or switching up how you focus on local transport while you're abroad, or even the things you're looking to believe in. Scorpio, okay, I'm a Scorpio rising. This Mars Gemini transit for you has been looking like, understanding the psychological motivations, all right? Also, getting into the deeper traumas that you faced and allowing your mind to change, allowing how you used to think about the trauma to change, to shift. And, the moon is in Scorpio today, so I feel like I need to take a freeze frame on the fact that the moon is there today and really just say that the South Node is in Scorpio, okay? This really matters. This matters a lot. The South Node is in Scorpio. The moon is there. So it has definitely gone over the South Node. I'm actually curious because I don't know. So what I want to do is I want to share this tab instead. All right. We're 20 degrees in the moon. Okay, great. Let me move back. Bang. So we're 20 degrees in the moon right now, but the South Node Where you at, baby? Okay, would have been at 9 degrees. So this probably happened earlier today, like earlier today to last night. These have been not just for Scorpio, but for everybody, okay? A very prophetic dreams. Everybody has been having tremendously prophetic dreams, and this is making all the shifts. This is making all the change. You know, we're getting beyond, I see right here, oh, so sweet. We're getting beyond uh, what has kept us stuck in the past. So that's not just Scorpio, that's everybody. This is the whole globe. And you know, at 9 degrees with the moon going over that, that's finding a way to see what was super traumatic in a more light, fun, you know, characteristic and individualistic manner. And all of us, you know, no matter what your rising sign, all of us feel at this point, look at that we're energetically worth it. Okay. So that could look like a lot of things, you know, people getting cut off, friends, social peers, okay, even intimate partnerships. So as I kind of finish up, because I don't want to get through the transits for everybody, because that would just get too crazy. I just want to kind of give a little sample. So, you know, if you got in, you got in, all right. I want to move to a different transit so we could talk about some of the major transits of 2023. Mars is going direct. We got Mercury retrograde going direct in 2 more days. In 2 more days. And so here's what this scenario looks like. A lot of people would have likely been taking a lot of action, and you're probably feeling like you're just, you know, a flaming skeleton. I've seen this picture of like a flaming skeleton who's just on fire. You're like, you're ready to move. You're having so many thoughts and you're ready to act on them. And, you know, the fact that Mercury, your mind has not been here, we have not been able to logically and, you know, slowly, even methodically organize our actions. It's almost like when the Mars went direct on the 12th, we just started acting. We just started going balls to the wall, like, yeah, I'm free, mother. But our mind has not been there to help us logically, you know, organize how we're now acting on what we've reflected on over the last 2.5 months in retrograde Mars. So Mercury there is almost like, you know, a chicken running with their head cut off. And that's how I feel this energy has been, you know, as of late. It's like a chicken running with their head cut off. It's like, this is a burnout season, you know, because if I show you here, you know, the next transit that's coming up, which the next planet that's going direct is actually Uranus. Now, this one is a low key, you know, this one is not as obvious. And Uranus is a evolutionary planet. It is a collective narrative that we all undergo. And Uranus takes approximately 7 years. Okay, I'm going to remind you, 7 years, Uranus, to rotate entirely. So what I'm saying is a slower moving planet. You know what I mean? Like Jupiter takes 1 year. You know, 1 year Jupiter will go through an entire sign. Uranus takes a crap ton longer to go through revolutions. It takes 7 years for a full revolution. So when a sign goes direct or retrograde in these collective planets, you know, the whole world gets halted. And what's beautiful is Uranus in Taurus is a futuristic narrative on how we respect and honor what we know. Uranus is Aquarius impact. I know what we know. Our body's intelligence, which is now Taurus, has essentially revealed to us through the rewriting of our physical DNA. So that is a slow process for our physical body to have its DNA rewritten so that we can perform in the worth that is our future selves meeting us today in the present. And it's like, the body and what we used to eat, Taurus food, what we used to eat, how we used to value our body, how we used to have sex, how we used to value sex, okay? How we used to value certain hedonistic pleasures, all right? How we valued our addictions, okay? How we valued everything that impacts our physical body has gone through a rewiring in this retrograde in Uranus. And on the 22nd, it's going forward. So, you know, I'm going to briefly show this, and I might have to make a totally separate video so I don't get caught in that. My birthday is on the 18th. Okay, what's up, Wet Lobo? That's good. Dope. Good for you. 2 days. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Okay, happy birthday to you. We got a lot of birthdays. Happy birthday to all my Aquarians out there. All my Aquarians. Happy birthday to all my Capricorns. Okay, both of y'all. If I missed you, so proud of the work you're doing. What's up, Gina Roach? I've been seeing you here and there on Facebook, and you know it's incredible from college to here. You know what's amazing is I'm glad she brought this up because in 2008, all right, I think I went to college in 2009. Okay, so in 2008, Capricorn entered, and this Capricorn work, career, you know, status, family traditions, and us following our family traditions, us following our parents' footstep in work, we began that transformation. So Capricorn entered Pluto, and this matters in 2008. So what's amazing about this is all right, in 2023, this year, okay, in 2 months, let me see this, in 2 months, maybe a little less than that, March 23rd, right? I'm talking the major transits this year. And I'm glad to see some people in here from Facebook and from LinkedIn and from YouTube and really just the expansion, all right? Pluto now is going to leave Capricorn and it's going to go into Aquarius. Now, look at what I just did. It's been there from 2008 right here, okay? And it's leaving in 2023. Pluto is a very small planet that packs the biggest punch. Pluto has the ability to just square up on you, and you know, you might be getting your hits in. You might be thinking, oh, you know, I'm getting it. And Pluto could stand for like irrational fears. It could stand for real fears, primitive fears. Okay, it could stand for past life fears and irrationalities, as well as power and the control that people have had on you. Now, in Capricorn, this is our family's control, okay? The generational control on what we choose and decide to do and how we choose to show up publicly anywhere we go, okay? Anywhere we go. It's literally what she said, feeling blocked. Thank you, Secret. Pluto will show us how we felt blocked in our career or choosing how we decide to climb our career ladder. So this looks like, yo, I gotta go work a 9 to 5 because my daddy did that, my daddies did that, or I gotta go work in the yard because my mama did that, my mama's mamas did that, or I gotta clean the house. And I'm in this marriage because Capricorn is marriage at a contractual level. So this is a generational thing going back from kings and queens. You would marry somebody to gain power. Pluto is power. You would have a woman and a man married so that their kingdoms would unite. And that would mean that we didn't really marry for love. We didn't marry for love at a generational level. Now, Capricorn is an earth sign, right? So this is physical. This is practical. Very pragmatic sign, very predictable type energy. It will create the plan to predict and create power moves and also develop power struggles. You understand what I'm saying? So if I use this example from a heritage level, a power move is, yo, you know, my daughter, Alyssa, has to marry King Arthur because when our families unite, yeah, she may be emotionally repressed. Yeah, she may even hate us and die marrying somebody she hates, having to have sex with somebody she just thinks is abysmal, and it doesn't matter. This is the contractual format of Pluto in Capricorn, and us going from 2008, I need to count how many years that is. 2010 is 2 years. 10 more years is 2020. That's 12 years total. Now we got 3 years, 15 years. Okay, for 15 years, definitely hit the thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, like this video, share this. Understand that if you want to do what I'm doing and doing the community in the background, this is Pernell, your AstroShaman. We're out here generating a world of harmony, leveraging astrology, human designed astrology. I'm combining human design and astrology. It's the physical world and the spiritual world, and it's a way to make sense for everybody. It doesn't matter if you don't know astrology. It doesn't matter if you don't know human design. I'm going to help you digest that. We had a new member just come in yesterday. Our members just met yesterday. We're going to meet again in 2 weeks. I'm pulling up in Connecticut in about a week, I think 10 days from now. So people that want to do a reading live with me, it's a very rare opportunity. I don't live in the country. I'm only coming in while I come in. So it's a good time to go ahead and make a reading in person, whether we'll meet up at a cafe. And I love meeting people in person. That's why I get ready to run a retreat. Okay, 2023, we're like averaging like 1 retreat a year, and it brings me so much joy. I'm glad I got that call from God that I can run another one, because I'm like, God, when can I do it again? And he's like, shut up, sit down. All right. Or she, whoever. And so, human design manifester. Ooh, okay. What up? It'd be like that in many cultures still. I know. And I'm living literally the last 5 years in 14 different countries. And so I'm seeing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like I'm literally out here in the world, and oh so sweet, you're not lying. Okay, so let me kind of get back on track for a minute. After I read this comment, wow, I'm a Cap sun, and those years have certainly been a rough transition. Hell yeah, especially not choosing the traditional path like my family. Yep, and that's what this Pluto in Cap is about as we move until 23rd this year. Okay, and now it will be there. Pluto in Aquarius will be there until 2044. Pluto and Aquarius until 2024. So for me, if I give an example, nobody in my family knows astrology. Nobody in my family knows human design. And I'm making a career Capricorn out of this. Now, if you have been real with yourself and choosing a career from Jump Street, especially since 2008, okay? And I remember when I was in college, like my mom used to always say, and telling people, my son's a physical therapist. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't even want to be a physical therapist. And, that led me to take internships in physical therapy. And I'm like, I hate this. This is annoying. This is boring. I don't want to be in an office and meet one person, an hour, and then meet one person an hour. It just felt so dull and mundane and dry. And it's like, sure, I might practically make money, pay bills, but that never interested me. I was like, I'm not a physical therapist. I'm an exercise scientist, Mom. And it's like, I didn't even know what that meant. It's like, I'm an exercise scientist, Mom. And then it's like, I spent so much time trying not to be what, others were trying to tell me, that I couldn't even really understand what an exercise scientist was. I just had to choose something different. So my point is, Aquarius is just like, look, did you choose something different? Okay. And so at the time frame, choosing exercise physiology was different. Learning about chronic diseases of diabetes and hypertension, dyslipidemia, and how does it affect the human body, and how can I work on behavior change within the human and the mind and the blood vessels and the organ, the molecules, and learning certain tap points, meridian points that can release pressure and tension out of the physical body. Stuff like this was way more interesting to me. And learning and going to Asia, during this time frame to learn about Eastern holistic medicine, deciding I don't want to be in the hospitals. I just knew without knowing intuitively that, medicine and the pharmaceutical industry of the Western world was just wrong. It was just wrong. And so, you're going to benefit the most, I swear to God, on this Pluto in Aquarius, the more unique, individualistic, and ironic, you're not even ironic, but eccentric you have been. How far off the beaten path have you chose to go, and how long have you done it? And understand, this isn't about like, okay, I did it and you did it. And it's like, I'm just trying to be real with you, that the longer you have chose eccentricity, the more in Pluto in Aquarius 2023, you're going to blow off. All of my Pluto and Scorpio generation, I don't know the years for that. I'm Pluto in Scorpio. Gina, she went to college with me, for example. She has to be that as well. All of them, this is your glory years. The next 20 years, I swear to God, you're about to win. You're about to win so big. All of us are finally about to win. And we had to kind of stay in the trenches for that last 15 years. It's just what it has been. In the last 15 years, we've been in the trenches. All right. Pluto and Libra, y'all should have already kind of had your abundance come. That's the one right before us. It cut into me at 6 years old and I didn't even need it. That's how computer science felt to me. Okay, boom. So I know secret. You're in a whole different generation. I don't know what you're Pluto Virgo, something like that. I think you're Pluto Virgo, Pluto Libra. So computer science, you know, I don't want to get lost in what year that was. I think it was like the 80s. I think it had to be the 80s or the late 70s. You know, computers really popped off in the 90s when we were born, right? I was born in the 90s, the early 90s. And so it's like, you know, computer science, we just started being able to take classes, you know what I mean? And I remember like taking a typing class in middle school, for example, which is now, I don't know, 2006, 2005 or something, taking a typing class. Who knew how important it was going to be able to just sit there and know how to type and get tested in typewriting classes. So, you know, people like Secret Generation, computer science. So it's like she was already innovating back then. All right, let me kind of get back on track on these major transits, okay? To help us understand what's going on. And definitely hit the thumbs up button, okay? While you're here, definitely hit the thumbs button as I kind of get back on track. Mercury Retrograde is going direct. This is the next one, okay? Mars and Gemini is going direct. I explained earlier in this video, go back and rewind if you need to hear it. That happened just a couple of days ago. Like I said, I gave the analogy of like being a chicken with your head cut off, just running, taking action. But, you know, understand that into the 18th here, our mind is going through its final little relapse. Now, what's dope, what's amazing, okay, the reason this video is called All Systems Go is when we get to the 22nd, no more planets are retrograde. Every single planet is in forward motion. It's not retrospection. It's not reflection. It's not having to be this deep ass shadow work. For the last 4 to 5 months, we've been in deep shadow work. We've been passing the winter solstice. We had eclipses back in November and October in Scorpio and Taurus, back to back to back to back. This is the dark ass energy. Okay, this is like, you know, this is what the dirty, the muddy waters are bringing up. Today is the Scorpio moon. So it's like, look, you know, if you got injured recently, this is our fears manifesting physically. Okay, this is what Scorpio would do. You know, I have my partner hit her head. That will give, the head is Aries. That will give us an indication that Aries is the area of your personal chart that you need to check, because it'll show what are the fears in that Aries department, whatever the house, whatever the degree, and it'll kind of give us indications, right? If it was your thighs and you hurt your hip, that's Sagittarius. Go to the Sagittarius area of your heart. If you're having heart problems, okay, this is Leo. This is not good, okay? This is Leo, like, yo, you know, whatever, you have a fear of love, right? You have a fear of attaching, you know, this little dog is annoying the hell out of me. Oh, all right, you have a fear of connection. You have a fear of like opening your heart and connecting with people at a deeper level. It could be Leo in the heart or Cancer, okay? Because Cancer is the feminine heart, Leo is the masculine heart, and they are different, okay? They are different. So Scorpio will injure you. I'm trying to think, where am I injured right now? I'm not injured, but my stomach was going through some, and nobody want that to happen. And it was showing me really this right here, my diet. And I finally pinpointed it. It's like, bro, I'm eating too much almond, what's that stuff called? What's the peanut butter? Almond cream. I don't know what it's called. Almond butter, Jesus. My stomach was like, look, almond butter is good for you. It's actually good for your good gut bacteria, your gut biomes, eating almonds, but there is an excess. Okay, so I was eating almond butter. I eat it with my oatmeal almost every morning, but I was going heavy on it. I was going too heavy on it, and it started messing up my gut. Like, you can have too much good gut bacteria. This is Taurus, because Taurus is food. So Uranus is like, look, in order for you to accelerate, because that's what Uranus does, in order for you to step into, you know, the metabolic and the molecular body that we need in order for you to, here we go, right here, starseed, to integrate this blue flame. And this is literally what it is. It says spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Okay. It's like, in order for you, let me see if I get the light, maybe it gets better. No, it doesn't really get better. But the lighting is nice, so maybe we'll rock that. Okay. But not only that, but it's also asking me, okay, and I have not let these cards go in a little bit because it's been so important. Okay. This is St. Gabriel's dragon. Now, this basically is saying, you know, be self-disciplined. Be self-disciplined, and that is going to accelerate your ascension process and bring joy. Okay. But Gabriel's also, you know, a lot linked with the lighting's not the best to see the cards like this, because it's such a pretty dragon. I really love this dragon. Give me with a thumbs up if you love this dragon. This is Archangel Gabriel's dragon. And Archangel Gabriel is really linked and related to the moon. So the fact that the moon today is in Scorpio, it's like, we have discovered and revealed what past narratives, what past hurts, what past pains, what past traumas have kept us back, have held us from accelerating our ascension process, okay, with this Uranus and Taurus. We are very clear right now, and we have gone through reflection on the things that we own. Taurus is our resources, the things we physically have, okay? Like, I physically own this Mexican clay cup. I physically own this plant, this beautiful plant. You know, whatever. I physically own my jewelry. I physically own the money in my bank account, right? So this has been a Pluto Libra. Okay, thank you. This has been a reflection period on the things that we own, especially in the technology department. Now, this matters. We've been able to reflect and come back. So what I'm saying right now, I have, and I'm going to show you this, for example, the camera I'm using and my actual laptop camera, right? So if I go to my laptop camera, we get this. It's like, this is like, and it's like, let's go back, right? And this is a webcam that I actually already owned, but I stopped using, right? I stopped using, and I began to use my iPad to do these lives for a while. So I own a laptop, I own this webcam, and I stopped using it. It kind of became obsolete at a point because I focused on simplicity. And simplicity, before my systems have upgraded, was, okay, just do your live streams, Pernell, from your iPad. And then I started noticing that my iPad started kind of slowing down. I'm like, man, I'm degrading my iPad a lot faster. Okay, great. My computer is also kind of running out of battery, and it's kind of getting older. And that's why I went to the iPad in the first place. Okay, great. And you know, my actual camera that I own is really crappy. I just showed you an example. All right, clear, key. So retrograde will have us go back and say, what do you have? How can you maximize the resources you already have? Not things you have to go get, not things you have to go buy. I already have this camera for about 1.5 years that I'm using right now. And so this reflection in Uranus, okay, let me pull it up so we know what transit we're talking about. Where you at, baby? Where you at, baby? Okay, bam, right here. At 14 degrees. Okay, now 14 degrees is the degree of, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Help your boy out, support the channel, Facebook, what up? Hit the thumbs up, okay? YouTube, what up? Hit the thumbs up. Okay, so at 14 degrees, we're gonna finally, I'm pretty sure we're not going back to this. A lot of times it goes forward, it goes backwards, go forward, go backward. 14 degrees is still the second decan now. So it's the second level of evolution through consciousness. Okay, so being consciously aware of our resources is the second decan of, ooh, my flame is going crazy right now. It just started going buck wild. Are you being shy? You're being shy. It's okay. It's okay. It's like, I'm just for you, bro. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's just for you. All right. Um, the 14 degrees degree of Taurus. So Taurus is everything I'm speaking about, things that I have. It's like we're finally passing this. We have finally assessed how can we most practically use the things we already have to accelerate our process and cut back on resources so that we can spend our money on new resources. Okay. What's up, Jamie? Good to see you, baby girl. On new resources to come. And so I gave this example over and over, but it's just a perfect example because for me in retrograde, I was getting ready to have to pay $1,200 for a website and have somebody design it because I was like, okay, look, I can just not. I tried for like 5 years to design my own website, and finally I was like, I am not the best at this. Like it's too much work. It's always glitchy. You know, there's these things behind technology that I don't get. Uranus is technology. Okay, Uranus is technology. So it's like, I just can't do this. Like it brought me frustration. So when you work with human design, for example, I know I'm a generator. So frustration would tell me that I'm not being my authentic self. So part of my authentic self is to delegate certain resources or to find a way to use what I already have and work through the limitation so that I can further and better teach other people how to work through limitations. And that's just how my human design, what I'm here, what I have incarnated to do, to work through limitations by mutating what friends, connections, resources, and things that I have that are futuristic in nature that maybe I overlooked just through thinking so much that I overthought the process. I hope I'm really sticking with y'all right now because, like, God told me to come and do this message. I love doing live. I haven't been able to do one in a while. Like, this is a God message today, okay? I hope I'm making sense, all right? So instead of having to pay another $1,200, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you. I found, and it's Aquarius, right? It's Aquarian energy. So it's like, it's about sharing. That's the key. What I'm about to show you is a website that I found that I shared with my partner. Okay. I shared with my partner. Taurus is the second zodiac. It's 2. Connection, sensitivity. So I'm thinking to myself at the time, all right, I'm about to go ahead and put this $1,200 in this website and invest in it and get it done right. I just want it done right because I need my systems to work because I had a feeling, I intuitively, instinctively knew I'm going somewhere and I need things to work. I need to work fast. I need to be no glitches. Okay, the things that I have, I need them to function. I need to be practical. I need to be easy. And this is Taurus. And Taurus is like, I'm not going to move. I'm a fixed earth sign. I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay still. I'm going to be the mountain. And I'm going to watch everything around me change so much so that I can understand when I do make my move, it's going to be one time. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it once. It's going to be right. So now this is what direct goes. We have done all the assessments. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Uranus and Taurus direct at 14 degrees, another degree of second decan of Taurus, the second level of evolution, working towards Gemini. Uranus and Gemini will be major transits. Okay, 2026. Uranus. I love teaching, y'all. I love teaching. I really do. Uranus and Gemini. In 2026. So this is the second decan of Taurus. And when we go 16 more degrees, Uranus in Gemini. And that's not going to happen until 2026. And that's when technology, everything I'm talking about right now, we're going to be the most adaptive and creative. And AI will definitely hit a major freaking jump when it hits Gemini because Taurus is traditional. It's easy. It's Venus. It's Venetian. It's like, look, you know, I just want to flow. I just want to love. I don't even care about technology. I just want somebody to touch me. Okay. I just want somebody to touch my body. And because it's Uranus, I want somebody to touch me sensually in a manner where, you know, I don't have to sell my ass. You know, I want somebody to touch me and love me and to do it safely and to do it with sensitivity. Okay. I just want somebody to lick me. Okay. This is Uranus and Taurus, but I want you to lick me in a tantric fashion. Okay. Something where you touch me at a soul level. I want you to touch me in a way that I didn't even know I needed or deserved to be touched. Teach me through hard lessons, the opposite sign, Scorpio. Scorpio moon is today, South Node in Scorpio. Okay, change my belief system at 9 degrees, ladies and gentlemen. Message, okay? Okay, listen, I gotta shake that ass on this one. Hold on. Oh man, I don't know where my shaker at. Okay, I lost the shaker. All right. Okay, we're just gonna hit the sound bowl for now. I couldn't find my shaker. I was like, y'all, I hope y'all with me. I hope you hit me. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's upstairs. My shaker's upstairs. Y'all heard it in the background, hopefully. Okay. Listen, so this is kind of oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up right there. Appreciate you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I had to shake that down because I hope y'all really heard me. That's what Uranus and Taurus is like. Look, it's like, show me why all this pain and trauma and heartbreak and you know, people violating my body or touching me in ways that, you know, I didn't even know that I didn't like. I just, you know, it's just what I knew, you know, because Taurus is only 2 to 5 years old in human years. So it's like, you know, we learning Arcturian themes from 2 to 5. And it's like, we don't really know what the hell's going on. And when I say we're learning, it's not like we're being inappropriately touched between 2 to 5. Hopefully not, right? It's about our parents and watching at 2 to 5 years old, maybe my father hit my mother, maybe my mother shanked my father. You know what I'm saying? Like, or, you know, it's whatever, we're babies and we're there, we're seeing stuff that in the home, we might see a cousin get touched. We might even feel the energy because Taurus is a sensitive sign. We might even feel the energy of a parent just talking about a cousin that has been molested. You know what I'm saying? It's not even something that had to physically happen. We're just babies and we're taking in the energy of, you know, a parent, an uncle, an aunt, a brother or sister just being enraged by being violated at a physical level. So Uranus and Taurus is also kind of at a molecular level. It's bringing us forward. It's allowing us to detach and see that this was important for us to understand what we value. Not even that we physically ourselves had to been violated, but that we may have a certain sensitivity as a baby where we watched we watched somebody in the base family dynamic, even, you know, torches the throat, especially even in human design, has some throat gates, among others. So I leave that out for now. But in general, torches the throat, the front and the back, and this is our throat chakra. And it gets wounded through conditioning, what we're willing to say. You know, it's where we learn to become shy because we watch, okay, when, you know, Johnny spoke up between those ages of 2 to 5, Johnny was silenced. Johnny was shamed. Johnny was guilt tripped. Okay, you feel what I'm saying? So these are the things that kind of brought us towards really requiring and desiring a more spiritual form of touch, tantric, and understanding that, you know, you don't even have to touch. You could just hover. You know what I'm saying? You could just hover. And it's energetically felt. Like if I think about it for me, myself, it's like my partner was asleep and I took my selenite stick. She's sleeping. I just hovered it over her head. She has no idea. She has no idea. I just hovered it over her head. I hovered it over her throat. I hovered it over her body. And she's asleep. She has no idea. Today, no idea. And it's the sensitivity of, okay, I know enough to know that she's going to benefit from this. Just a selenite stick. Where, you know, in that same respect, it's like, that's not my physical hands. but the energy is exchanged. I think Reiki is the terminology, at least in 2023. At least in 2023. So this is kind of Uranus and Taurus in a way, okay? Rapidly upgrading what we consider sensuality, what we consider connection and partnership, how we embrace our sensitivities. And a lot of that has nothing to do with physical touch because, again, Venus is now, I'm going to move on now. Venus is in Aquarius. So here we go. We're going to move on. You have, okay, because Uranus is Aquarius is planet, right? So you have Venus in Aquarius. You got the sun going in Aquarius on January 20th. Okay. It's up in here. We have some big transits. I don't get too carried away. I was really feeling that. I hope y'all was vibing out with that. Hit the thumbs up if you're rocking with me. Hit the thumbs up if you're rocking with the message. To be honest, I'm not even really looking in the comment section right now. I'm just talking right now through God. God's just talking through me. Look at that. Thank you, God. God going crazy on the camera on the right. I ain't even looking at the comments. I'm focused. I'm focused. I have a mission today. Okay. Here we go. So we got the sun going in Aquarius on the 20th. Now, this is 2 days before Uranus goes direct. Everything I just spoke of. Okay. This is our conscious awareness now, understanding that distance is a love language. And I spoke on this recently. Check it's a short video too. I did a video on Venus entering Aquarius. Okay. And I spoke about it. And it's powerful, it's potent, it's short. It gets to the point on what the Venus and Aquarius transit is about. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, but it's worth speaking briefly. All right. The love language of Aquarius is distance. Okay, it's the distance to be able to know that when someone else is going through a matter that may be sincere, maybe deep, maybe heavy for the person, that it still can be trivial to me, that I can still remain detached, and that detachment is a strength. It is a pillar of stability. While your partner or someone you care for, whether it's family, whether it's a lover, whether it's a friend, in order to truly be strong and to show and embrace your love with Venus and Aquarius, it's like, look, I can be a pillar. I can watch you go through your highs. I can watch you go through your lows, and I can stay right here. And I can realize that this is obviously, in my detached manner, a big deal for you. So I'm not going to treat it like it's small. I'm not going to treat it like it doesn't matter. But the way in which I'm going to respect that it does matter is I'm going to be a pillar. And so if you look at human design, Aquarius has about 4 gates in the root chakra. That's grounding, that's stability. Okay, that's finding ways through the limitations. Respecting and honoring that there is a limitation, that there's a stress, that there's a pressure, that there is an anxiety that's there. But realizing that in order for me to really love you, I can love you from the distance. And so if I give an example, all right, again, if you look at human design, you have somebody with a emotional solar plexus that's defined. This somebody's going to go through emotional waves. Now, let's say you have somebody and that person will need to essentially wait till they feel they're not on a high, they're not on a low, they're on a baseline. And from that baseline, then they can go ahead and make their decision. They can use their authority to decide after they go through their waves. Now, if you're not, and you're like somebody like me who does not have an emotional solar plexus defined, okay, we're going to be tremendously susceptible to people with those defined solar plexus that goes through those waves. And I actually have a Venus in Aquarius, so like I'm kind of speaking about this from a personal example. In my unconscious astrology chart, like I have a Venus in Aquarius. My conscious chart, I have a Venus in Gemini. So both of them are wind signs. Like the ability to objectively see, witness, and find, a curious way to mastermind a solution, an objective solution. Thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. Facebook, LinkedIn, all right, YouTube. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the channel. Thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. We had our members meet yesterday. See it down below. I got discounts going until January 18th. Okay. Right now, my bookings are at an all-time low, and it's gonna end on when Mercury goes direct. Okay. When Mercury goes direct, right now there's already 3 people that booked. They took advantage already. So I'm telling you, the calendar already filled up. It's already filling up. All right. So if I stick onto the transit, all right, let me pop back. We got some beautiful things getting ready to happen. First off, we got the Aquarius new moon coming on the 21st. Shout out to my girl Aggie. Okay. We did a live with her recently on the Aquarius new moon. So it's out there. The Aquarius new moon is coming. And it's coming at the 1st degree. Now, this is the degree of Aries. This is a brand new start in all themes Aquarian. Okay. Now, why is this so amazing? Why is it so amazing? Because we already told you, right? This is the precursor. February 21st is the precursor for what I'm about to paste in the chat right now. Okay, look at this. To when Pluto goes there, because it's happening at the 1st degree. This new moon's happening at the 1st. So we have a brand new start on how we decide to respect that, you know, love is more than hugging somebody, you know, touching somebody, banging somebody. That's not love. That's not love. The higher forms of love, the higher octaves of love is friendship. And Venus in Aquarius is like, look, are you my friend? Can you be my friend? Can you be my friend? Can you be my friend and my lover? Can you be my friend, my lover, my confidant? Can you be my rock, my source, without having to, you know, attach old narratives, old inauthentic forms, which is Capricorn and Pluto, old inauthentic forms of, oh, you know, because we're dating, I have to kiss you every time you open the door. And there's these little fucking pecks. I ain't even mean to curse, but you know, that's the energy. It's like, yo, this junk is played out. It's like, if you don't want to kiss somebody just because you're dating them, don't kiss them. If you don't want to hug somebody just because you're dating them, just because you're married, and even if they want them, but you know you can't sacrifice what you have in the moment to give them what they expect. Venus in Aquarius is like, look, we switching it up. We're throwing a wrench in the system. And that's when, you know, January 23rd, I'm on 24 degrees, degree of Pisces. This is where everything I just said, the 23rd, this is when, you know, we've already been going through these lessons. We've already had, you know, 5, 6 planets in retrograde. Give me some cookies. We already had 5, 6 planets in retrograde, so we already reflected on this. Oh, look at that. Boom. I just finally looked at one comment. My bad. I told you I'm on a mission today. I can't see too much. I got to stay focused. This is Aquarius energy. Aquarius, like, look, you know, I have a Saturn in Aquarius, for example. It's in the 3rd house. So it's my siblings. So what I couldn't understand when I was younger with my sisters is that I show love differently. This is literally Aquarius. Different. When I was younger, I couldn't understand that. To be honest, I didn't even know how different I was. I had no idea. I was completely aloof, if I'm being real. In childhood growing up, I was completely aloof. But I could feel, I could objectively see that we love different. That we love completely different. Well, now, this would mean that my sisters have their 3rd house somewhere different than Aquarius. I can almost guarantee it. I have no idea where it's at, right? But we love different. But it's like a Venus in Aquarius is like, you know, just because my love is different doesn't mean it's less. And just because my love is different doesn't mean it's better or more. It's just different. And Aquarius has the ability to go ahead and embrace different and embrace your difference and embrace my difference and embrace her difference and embrace their difference and embrace that group's difference. Pluto in Aquarius, we're getting into that transit, right? This is us now. You know, you can't sit there and say that, you know, I rock with astrology, but you don't rock with somebody saying that they're non-binary. If somebody wants to identify, if I want to identify as a woman, you can't tell me no just because I have a penis anymore. Because this is what I'm choosing as different. You can't, if you deny that, then you have to deny all forms of taboo, all forms of occult, all forms of, what's different. So that means you feel me? You feel me? You can't. Pluto in Aquarius is like, look, the power dynamics that we have struggled with in Pluto in Capricorn, with traditions, with maintaining just because this is how it has always been, that Aquarius is not going to fly for the next 20 years. It's not going to fly like that. It's not going to fly like that. Aquarius in the third too. Boom. So you get it. Boom. You get it. Bro, you understand the complementary relationship freedoms, no conditions, expectations, just liberty. Yeah. Now see where that stops with me. A man cannot be a woman. Yeah, but the thing is, ready? So this comment right here, perfect example. Now see, that's where it stops with me. A man cannot be a woman. And I truly was so on board with that statement. I was so on board with that statement. Literally, I was so on board with that statement for a long time. And it only is about 2 weeks where I had listened to a podcast interview and I understood. So I'm not saying it as well. I'm not pronouncing this thought as well as I would like to, as much as I understand it in the moment. But I was listening to a podcast interview and this somebody was talking and it helped me understand that we cannot embrace change and pick and choose what is allowed to change and what's not allowed to change. That's not up for us to govern. It's up to the people as a whole. And the people as a whole, the thing is, ready, this is a 20-year transit coming from 2023 to 2024. Literally, look, 2023 to 2024. Oh, shit. 2044, my bad. 2023 to 2044. This is 19 years. I promise you, I promise everybody that no one knows what we're going to accept as a society in 19 years from now. It's impossible. Because you know why? You know how I can prove this? Flat out, very simple. I want you to think about how old you are, everybody on this chat right now. And I want you to subtract 19. I want you to subtract 19. If you were to tell me that I was going to live and travel in over 14 different countries 19 years ago, and I was going to make a living as a Black man, and I was going to overcome systemic racism and completely beat that trap, completely just eradicate the programs that have kept me in fear of cops, I'd be like, whatever. Nah, that ain't true. I can't get down with that because it's false. This is always going to be, this always has been. Pluto in Aquarius is going to change all of that in 19 years. And I'm saying that, again, we talk heritage, Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn to 2008, okay? 2008 until now, 2023. This is Pluto in Cap. This is what I'm doing as a profession. 19 years ago, I promise you that as a profession, I couldn't do this. It was unforeseeable because the power and the control over the possibility for a man that even looks like me with my skin color, this was not possible. This was not possible. But you add 15 years of that transit, and guess what? It is now possible. Not only is it not possible, but you see it happening in the loads. It's no longer an excuse. Any Black person out there, I'm telling you, this is why people got so heavy on Kanye West when he said slavery is a choice. You know what? Point blank, period, it is. I'm not even going to argue with nobody on that. Anybody that wants to argue about that, they're not there yet, and that's okay. The whole thing with Pluto in Aquarius is starting to understand that that's okay. It's okay. The fact that your opinion is different doesn't make mine or yours more or less. It's just okay. It's okay for me to understand that I'm stepping in the futuristic mindset that I am. And you are choosing whoever to stay where you are for now until Pluto implodes and forces you to bend over and take that stick, because it will do it to everybody. Listen, like I said, Pluto is it's been giving us the subtlest hints for the last 15 years. At the end of the day, Pluto is death, rebirth, and transformation of everything that has controlled our psychological mindset on what motivates us, what power has restricted us. And this is generational. Most of us don't even believe this anymore. It's just something that because our parents and their parents and their parents, if I was to sit there and tell my grandfather right now, yo, grandpa, like, you know what? Stop making fun of gay people. Like, that ain't cool. He might laugh at me. And that's okay. It's okay. He might die believing that, and that's fine. It will die with him, and it will be reborn with me. And eventually, 50 years from now, everything my grandpa thought and prior won't matter. It will be in a history book of, remember when we couldn't, remember when blah, blah. And there's history and evidence will show 1,000%. 1,000% history will show how much has actually changed. Again, this is why people get crucified when we say something like, why are we continuously teaching history in class? Why don't we teach future class? Again, Kanye West said that. What do? We ridicule him, we befool him. Andrew Tate, speaking a lot of the things, speaking a lot of truth. What do? We put him in a box. We put him in a box. We imprison him and say, shut up, Tate. Jordan Peterson, plenty of stuff around, the proclivities that we face in the world. Gender, non-gender, he speaks about these. Look, what do? We put him in a box, we ban him. Alex Jones, he sit there, he come up there, he talk about it. What do? You would think he's dead, but he's not. And if you look, everything he said was gonna come true is true. All right, okay, new tangent. Pluto needs to get off Cap and has pronto. Yes. And so, boom, I want to address this because this is one of the things why I had kept on to it for a while, right? It's not changing one of the laws of polarity, and it's not, okay? It's not. You're absolutely correct. Those are essential laws of God, and you are absolutely correct. It's one of the 7 Hermetic principles. You're absolutely correct. Now, here's the irony. When we successfully integrate the divine masculine and the divine feminine, guess what you get? When you successfully integrate the divine feminine, divine masculine, good. Look, okay, ready? The whole world is in this process of, oh my God, I'm healing my traumas. Oh my God, I'm healing my pain. Oh my God, I'm healing my hurts. Oh my God, I'm healing. No one's really healing. When their day will come when we realize there is no healing to be done. This is the literal reason why I had to evolve and change my name from the astrotherapist, because I'm like, look, I don't want to attract people that think they're suffering and healing. But the reality was, at that time frame in my life, I was suffering. And I was suffering by my own demise. Today, the moon and Pluto is going right back over to South Node, 9 degrees. And what it is showing? It is showing us that I chose to disempower myself. And this is what Scorpio does. Scorpio is only 1 or 2 things, okay? Scorpio's power is fucking infinite, okay? Infinite. The rebirth, the rejuvenation, infinite. Infinite, aggressively infinite, okay? Not even stagnant, aggressively infinite. That's Mars. Okay, ready? I'm gonna break this down. Hear me out. I'm gonna break this down. When we successfully integrate the divine masculine and it's healed, there's no healing to do, but whatever. When it's healed, this is why I had to change my name. I was like, look, I can't continue to attract people who think they're suffering. And the reality is I attracted that because I felt like I was suffering. And I didn't realize that I was suffering at my own demise. I maintained the cycle. I maintained the trauma. I kept that nonsense up. I chose to continuously ignore my intuition. I chose to continue to stay in a wounded victim state. I chose that. Over and over and over. And that's what fixed signs do. Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, that's what we do. We maintain, we preserve. We preserve what was, what is, until something forces us off our ass to transform. So, okay, look, that's why the name changed from astral therapy. I've came into my more authentic body, my more authentic self. And it's like, I cannot continue to deny that. Goddamn, Pernell, you've been a shaman for goddamn how many lifetimes? 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 I don't even know. It's infinite. I have no idea. But that's the stage, the step I needed to in order to get back to my authentic self. I needed to be inauthentic to realize that that's not me. I need to go through the frustrations of being inauthentic to realize this sucks. This is stupid. Literally, why? Why am I choosing suffering? Why? Okay, so eventually what happens, okay, when you combine the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and we move from these wounded states of acting out of wounds, we move from the shadow elements, we embrace the shadow elements, we integrate the shadow elements, we embrace the light, we integrate the light. What happens? Guess what? Boom. And then they fuse. And then what happens? We have one. So what are we talking different about non-binary and binary? Literally, between man and woman, what happens? We come back to what? One. In order to understand this, we got to get deeper into astrology. We got to understand Pisces is one and has the ability to be a part of every single zodiac. Okay, literally, it's one. So it's the end. When we get to the end, okay, when you get to the end, right, you go around the whole circle, right, what happens? You close the gap. Arboros. This is a snake biting its tail. Arboros. Okay, great. Now what happens when you start over again? Aries, what does it do? It splits off. It's the individual. It's the first, that's why it's Mars. It's the conflict. Conflict is when separation begins. Aries is the beginning of conflict. Aries is the beginning of separation. Leaving from Pisces, Aries begins the new infinite reality. The new infinite reality. The hermetic principles of masculine and feminine, they only exist for us to better understand that we are one Godhead. And the conflict begins when the separation of Aries starts to go on this unique individual journey. And when we go on this unique individual journey, we come around full circle, we bite our tail again, okay? And we have that final transformation. We have to die, we have to kill that old self in a sense. You have that egoic death, and then what happens? We come back to one. So then when we operate in the divine masculine and operate in the divine feminine at the same time, I can still be a male with a penis. But once you become a male with a penis, you begin to dissociate entirely from the fact that gender even exists. When you really get that shit together, when you really decondition everything we've ever learned, everything we've ever learned, everything we've ever learned, you come back to one. All right. Okay, new tangent. Two halves of a whole, exactly. Two halves of a whole. And the key with these two halves of a whole is those two halves of a whole is eventually to come a whole. To come a whole. All right, here we go. Traditions take away from the self-awareness. Egos keep us looking at our nakedness. And the tree of good and evil, never understanding through sexual transmutation takes us back to the tree of life. Boom. And the tree of life is not a physical thing, right? The tree of life is literally within us. It actually can be linked right back to the solar plexus. And Aquarius is a part linked to the solar plexus as well as Leo. And Aquarius can understand this. This is what makes us unique individuals. All right. Super random, awkward, wild tangent, but it's important because it really related to that Pluto. Okay. Let me do this. Put it back in there. That Pluto in Aquarius. And again, this will take the next 20 years. Okay. This will take the next 20 years. Well, or 19 to be more precise. But we're going to get that. We're going to get right up in there. We're going to get right up in there. We're all going to understand that. And it's already happening. I mean, look, like, you know, the thing is, like, me teaching in the way I do, like, me having the life path that I have, I'm connected to so many people who are 19 years old, 15 years old. I mean, connected. I mean, literally, they're learning with me. Like, it's buck wild. Like, God has blessed me with that generation. You know, Pluto Sag, Pluto Capricorns. And it's like, as I see that, it's like, look, my generation and up, we're getting wiped out. Literally, we're getting erased. Like whatever we think we know, whatever we all seen this, right? We were all kids at one point. We used to look at adults like, man, they think they know something. And the reality is they did know something. But it's when we stop knowing, it's when we stop learning that the children pass us. Okay. So, the people who were the generation above me, they decided to go ahead and buy that ass a computer and learn how to type and learn how to get on Facebook. Okay. Because if you didn't, you learned how to fall behind. They learned how to go ahead and look up a video on YouTube and do their own research, because if you didn't, you fell behind. Now understand that the kids below us, they're born with this. I wasn't born with a cell phone in my hand. I got a nephew right now. He's 1 year old. He's born with a cell phone in his hand. It's so crazy to me to go home. I'm going home to Connecticut, and it's like, oh my God, my nephew was watching TV and he's playing with the phone and he's navigating. He's closing the fridge like it's buck wow. Like I'm looking at him like, goddamn, bro. Like it's like he can like clear viruses off phones already. And he's like, he's one. Like what the hell's going on? Okay. So, when they continue to replace us, either we're going to continue to evolve with them and realize that all those kids are non-binary. All of them. Because they're all coming back in a different generation where, ego is not so much of a priority. All right. The last couple major transits is this one right here. I want to come up into, I want to show you how to chart to really dive into this one, because this one is, I feel like this is getting important. Okay, so we have Venus right now, right? It's at 17 degrees. We gotta go forward until it gets about here. Okay, so I'm gonna go a week. See what that gives me. I think it's the 23rd, right? All right, okay. So we already passed it there. So I gotta go back a day. Bam, right there. And now you see the moon at 19. So I'm gonna go forward about an hour. It's gonna probably be about 3 hours. Okay, bang. I'm gonna go forward. Okay, so the moon's not going to be exact at 24, because you see Venus already passed it, right? So give me a second. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. It looks like 19 maybe. Okay, so we're at 20. The moon is gonna be a 4-degree orb, and we're gonna be right here. So Venus conjunct Saturn exact at 24, and then we have this degree of Scorpio transformation and seeping through the karma. Okay, this is Pisces and Scorpio, two waters overlapping the water bearer, Aquarius. Okay, you understand what's going on there? Look at all this Aquarius starting to pile up. We got 4 planets right there. The sun is already now starting to meet. It's not going to have anything from a conjunction base, but this is okay. What's the square? Okay, to Uranus and Taurus, mostly only the moon. Okay, happening at the same time now. Now this is what's important. Now let me help us all break down what this really means. All right, I'm gonna come back. Let me try to help us break this down. What this really means. Saturn is a tough ruler. It's a teacher who is willing to be disciplined and willing to be like the stern mama, the stern father. It's the big daddy. It's big daddy. Okay. God, what you want me to say? Go ahead and just tell me. All right. Okay, on one end, the funny part, the part I'm laughing about right now, is this is alien DNA, straight up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Especially because the moon is there. You put the moon in Aquarius, this is a straight alien, okay? This is the people who look at humans and be like, why are they so stupid? Okay? Literally, literally. You know, the moon in Aquarius will be there, conjunct, same time. Let me put this up on screen. So the moon will be there right at like 20 degrees, while these two are at 24, or in 23rd or so. I think it was the 23rd, right? Yeah, 23rd. All right. And so what this says, we're really going to start valuing discipline and objectivity, and again, that distant love, by having to surrender something that we actually don't want to. Oh crap, am I back? Somebody give me the green light if I'm in. Give me a thumbs up, am I here? I think so, I'm just gonna say something, hope I am. Anybody in the chat, just say, yeah, give me a thumbs up, boom, give me a heart, give me something. I see Facebook just gave me a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm guessing that means that I can be heard. So, okay, thank you, Shelly. Hey, what's up, girl? It's good to hear you. It's good to see you. So by January 23rd, this is major. Okay, this is a tense conjunction. When you get planets to collide, and you got Venus, who's a lover, it's a, you know, it likes to smooth things out, it likes to be harmonious, and now you have Venus at the exaltation, all right, of Pisces. Venus exalted in Pisces, and it's exalted there because it's truly compassionate, it's truly soft, it's truly understanding. It's like, look, we finally understand. We're willing to seep through like water through the cracks of all the hard parts of love, okay? All the hard parts of love where we have just been stuck on, you know, really wanting love to be this way. But as we got more attuned and aligned to the more divine octaves of love, the frequency of love itself. Now I say frequency, like I'm talking even like sound frequencies. You ever seen water? If you're pouring water and it's at the right frequency, you can freeze water in midair. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that. I'm not going to get crazy and try to find a video, but water, if you give it the right sound frequency, water pouring can stop in midair. And it's like the ability to stop and halt is Aquarius, and that's going to freeze the frequency of love in time so that we can feel and allow water, aka compassion, intuition, you know, feelings, emotions, to seep through, and this is the 24th degree, to seep through all of the last crevices and cracks that have dried up, that we thought would never allow us to love again. And it's going to allow us to feel what we have not allowed ourselves to feel. It's going to allow us to start seeing that your first heartbreak that you thought was just puppy love and you didn't even love them, it's like, no, you really loved them. I really loved the first person that I've come across. And I just focused on the hurt and the pain so much that it was easier to convince myself that I did it. But this frequency and vibration of love has frozen in time where I can't not look at this. I can't continue to be undisciplined and denying that, witnessing that I really love that first heartbreak to the core and the depths of my soul, and they're going to always be a friend in my heart. I can't deny that, and nor do I want to. It was more than puppy love. It was an actual love that I just happened to outgrow. And it's something that we're going to start to value to a point where we're like, wow, this is the baseline that has propelled me into the future that I see, the intuitive future that I'm aligning with. And that's the first love. And that's going to start happening. We're going to witness that on the 23rd of January. And then we're going to think about our second love story. And this wasn't puppy love. This wasn't the person we tried to deny that we loved ever because it was too painful. This is the person that we were really stuck on. We tried to do anything in our lives and anything in our power. Power is the word here. We tried to do anything in our power to make it work. We withstood the test of time. We stayed for more years than necessary because in that longevity, we disciplined the partner and the partner disciplined us. And that allowed us to know how we were going to discipline ourselves in the next love story, the third one, the one that's coming or the one that's here. And that second love story showed us all the values that we must have. This is Venus in Aquarius conjunct Saturn because Saturn is timeless. Saturn is time manipulation. So what did I say? The water, that 24th degree of Pisces, the Pisces waters will, oh my God, God is just flowing through me. Thank you, God, for giving me this gift. Everybody just take a moment to just be grateful. I tell you, I feel so much emotion right now in this moment. And it's the rebirth of sensitivity and the importance of vulnerability, especially as a male, publicly speaking to you. So many women in the channel, even more importantly, the men that come in the channel to see what's possible. All of this is happening because of this conjunction, freezing, expressing, loving, feeling, allowing vulnerability to be witnessed as a strength. It will allow us to see that second love as the one that has taught us why gratitude, compassion, and forgiveness for the ways in which we have felt shame. Shame for feeling like a bad person, for allowing ourselves to be abused so deeply, emotionally, psychologically, hopefully not physically, but it happens. It happens. Hopefully not, but it happens. And to understand that the physical, the emotional, the psychological, the mental abuse, neither one of them are lesser or worse. No one can quantify or qualify which one was better or worse. This moment in time on the 23rd, we're going to be able to freeze while Venus goes conjunct Saturn. And we're going to be able to attach, again, with that moon there at 28 degrees, to actually allow ourselves to transform into our, straight up, our past lives where we have had a more foreign, extraterrestrial, formless. I'm talking soul, spirit, formless being. Enter us, elevate us, transcend us through the 20th degree, which was there in Scorpio. The moon in Scorpio was at 20 degrees while it still is in Aquarius on that day. But it's a 4-degree orb, which is saying this is going to be a day of retreat. 4th degree is Cancer. We're talking retreat, rejuvenation, healing. 4th degree Cancer waters are fresh waters. Cardinal, it pushes through and it cleanses what was dirty. At least what we perceived was dirty. And that's the key, because we're going to be able to perceive that what was shameful or that made me a bad person for accepting and taking this abuse was a moment in time. as we now freeze time into the frequency of love and allow love to seep through all of our wounds. To realize that these can now be transformed. 20th degree of Scorpio, the moon, okay? Transformed into sacred wounds. And sacred wounds are the wounds that we honor. And we honor those wounds. I hope you see me. I hope you see my eyes right now. We honor those wounds. I hope you feel this right now, and I know you do. We honor those wounds. Sacred wounds when we honor those wounds. In a manner that requires us to respect that second heartbreak. And then, whether you're in a relationship now, or whether you are about to meet that third love, this is where you meet the friendship, the real friendship in your partner. And that third love comes with hella boundaries. God damn it, it comes with solid boundaries that are still fluid. Fluid in a manner where we're willing to compromise. We don't have to compromise. We're willing to compromise. It's almost like the second love, we felt like we had to compromise because who doesn't want to feel loved and be loved? So we had a sense of obligation, but that won't cut it. You can't love under the format of obligation, feeling obliged to do something, especially from a Capricornian heritage and generational standpoint of, well, all the women in my family accept this, so I should accept this too. No. That third love will embrace you from the sacred wounds that you have now hopefully done the work to heal from that second love, which was there to teach us that second major heartbreak, not the first. And the third one says, I am willing to speak up. I am willing to say what's right. I am willing to anger you and realize that that is not my intention. My intention is to honor me. It's the love that says, I will not allow your parents to shit on me. But I will also respect them. They are my elders. But as a part of me respecting them, it does not mean I need to deny myself. And this is where that third love becomes the transcendence. But the first love and the second love were critical pillars. Two. Connection, pillars. They were the connection before you reach three, divinity. The Father, the Son, the whatever. The masculine, the feminine, the one. The point of the pyramid, the two bottom bases. Okay, so that's what that transit looks like. And my last one for the day, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because it's just too far out. It's going to be more in April. All my Aries, get ready. All my Aries, get ready. Ooh, I'm a triple Aries. Goddamn, solar eclipse. I've been getting my ass licked by eclipses. I mean, between me being a Scorpio rising, having my own Taurus progress, my own sun progressed into Taurus, and those Taurus eclipses, and then more next year. Man, when I tell you 2020, 2024, I won't recognize myself, and neither will anybody recognize me from this video forward. So this next eclipse is coming on the 20th and at 29th degree, which means this is hella karmic. Okay? This is hella karmic. 29 degrees and 0 degrees, you already know these are critical degrees of karma. So wherever Aries is at, doesn't matter. If you have a Venus in Aries, if you have a moon in Aries, doesn't matter. All that Aries. And if the closer you are, and mind you, like, I mean, I'm 24 or 28 degrees of Aries. So that's 29. I'm 1 degree orb away. Oh yeah, trust me. About to get connected at a soul level. I'm about to get my ass lit up. I like this right here because that's how I feel. I feel like I'm about to get lit. I'm about to get lit and lifted. That's what this eclipse is going to do. Get lit and lifted. Okay? Light it up, lift them. Okay? We'll get lit and lifted. So what this last one looks like, I believe sometime in this same month, there will be a retrograde where we're going to finally slow down. So we're going to have 3 months where all systems go. You've seen the flyer that I made today. All systems go on the major astrology transits. So from the 22nd of January, okay, as I get ready, because this is coming, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, baby. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, baby. I hope y'all vibed and rock with this message. Pluto and Libra 29. Yeah, you're going to get lit and lifted. All cardinal signs. And the fact that you're 29, you're getting lit and lifted too, okay? This is the access of, when you talk Aries, this is the access of the self versus the other. The self including the other. The self integrated with the other. The self and the other. The self denying the other. The self. Okay, Aries, Libra, Aries, Libra, Aries, Libra, Aries, Libra, back and forth, self, other, self, other, self, other, full honoring. Okay, the North Node is getting ready to go into Aries. I have no idea when. Let me see if I can, because this is, I said I was gonna come on here and do major transits, so. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can bang bang. Okay. So let's go forward like 6 months and see what happens. Because I don't know when it goes. Okay, look. North Node is already there. Woo, another 29 Aries. Goddamn. Okay, we're getting lit and lifted, ladies and gentlemen. So again, that's already saying retrograde. So I don't really know when it starts, but at least by July 23rd, we're gonna already be North Node in Aries. It looks like, look, so we're right here. So, you know, July 23rd, North Node will be in Aries. So this right here that I just put up, this eclipse, April 20th, when we talk major transits, this is the setup for the forward direction that the entire world will be taking. And this is truly honoring the self, the push, the ambition, the fire, the fierceness, what it takes to be ruthless in a world that doesn't respect being too soft, as we still learn to embrace certain sensitivities, which was happening on the North Node in Taurus. It's like now that we've embraced those sensitivities, we're going to have to come back to the masculine energy. So, you know, there's been a lot of feminine reintegration that's been happening for basically all of this year, all last year, for a long time. And when the North Node has Aries, we will shift directions again, and we will take a very assertive, bold, and courageous approach. And we're not going to take any crap from people, okay? But I don't believe that it's going to happen in a way that is like, you know, after everybody, I'm the one. It's going to kind of happen more where like, look, I can be me and you can be you, and I actually don't care to prove myself to you anymore. So this solar eclipse in Aries is like, when you add the degree of Leo, Leo is all about being able to be your evolution of Aries, which is Leo now, like be able to be so confident in yourself that you're not really exploring yourself anymore. You just are who you are. I am Aries, who I am. So I am who I am is by time it gets to Leo, where that's why people hate Leo so much. And this is where, you know, this eclipse is going to be major for Leo as well, because Leo, you just got a long time before people stop playing you, but the day will come. I don't think those transits are too far out for now, but Leo is one of those signs that this 29 degrees right here we really do need to protect them at all costs. But it starts at Aries. So this flame within us at a guttural level will truly not need validation or even nurture from another person anymore. We will no longer seek codependent relationships. And it starts in April 20th and it will continue July 23rd or so, 2023 this year. And it's going to be the setup. Okay. I'm telling you, this is a beautiful, beautiful transit. I'm not going further than April 20th today. But this solar eclipse is going to be incredible. I am running a retreat this year, 2023. So, you know, we'll give you some dates soon. Now that all the planets are going direct, we will give you some dates. Meanwhile, astrology memberships are available, the Astro Divinity memberships. I'm helping you understand your own human design, okay, and combining it with astrology. We just met yesterday. We had a new member come in. Really happy. There's been such a slow growth, and slow growth is amazing growth to me. You know, it's stable, it's sturdy. It's not worrying about, you know, the, what do you call it? The foundation being pulled from underneath you. So definitely check out the memberships. The last thing that I wanted to kind of show you today, when I talk Uranus and Taurus, which I'm gonna pull this transit up because this is happening on the 22nd. All systems go. Where did I put this on the last? Yep, right here. Okay, cool. So once this goes direct, you have about, what is that? What month is this? January, February, March, April. You have about 2.5 to 3 months to just run, baby. Okay, that's what's beautiful about this transit right here. You have the beautiful chance to just go forward. All systems go. Don't slow down. Don't stop. I would personally, if I was you, wait until around the 22nd, you know, after that new moon. Understand when a new moon happens. A new moon is on the 21st. So it's not necessarily, when you first get new moons, okay, it's not time to really start acting on what you manifested. So that's the 21st. Usually it's going to take about, I don't know, like five days, you know, so the 21st plus 5, you know, around the 26th to 27th. This is when I personally recommend that you just go no holds bar, don't hold back, truly rock out with everything you reflected on over the last 5 months or so. It's going to be a breath of fresh air, absolutely. So as that happens, that's when I recommend you really start running and hit the races. You know, so why I wanted to show this Uranus and Taurus, because what this looks like for me is a lot of updates on the website, as well as discounts that are going to end on the 18th this month. Okay, so you will see that there, but I'm going to show you where if you want to know how. Okay, this is the website. This is Uranus and Taurus, something I own. All right, I want you to just go here, go to the website. The link is in my bio. You'll see some of this stuff. We got the Astro memberships going on. Cool, blah, 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 blah. You see some of the members that are already really happy that really just joined. This one just joined yesterday, right? So you can see that it's currently only $33 a month, all right? Please definitely do check it out. I see apparently there's 6 more spots before this price goes up. So again, check it out. Understand some of the things you're going to be learning. Role playing with astrology, learning how to apply the transits and translate it, actually live practice with learning how to work the degrees, the minutes, the times, and really get accurate. Stuff that don't ever get caught on YouTube, right? Discounts, you got that, which is really nice. So you'll see that if you just come up to here when you first get to the site, click on bookings, all right? And once you do, you're gonna see already, this is for 2 people at a time, actually. This is 2 people at a time. So you're literally kind of getting that at $261 half off, if you will. But, get out, back up. The human design, this is kind of more what you're looking at right now, right? If you're a member, you're getting at a discount. If you're just one-on-one, this is literally the discounted prices. So understand that these go back up after the 18th of January. There's 2 left apparently on this one. 3 people have already booked these already. You're now looking at $177 at a one-on-one. If you remember, you're looking at 132, at least at the time frame of this video. And understand these are just some of the different types of bookings that you can work with, okay? Whether you want to understand a specific transit and how it's going to affect you, let's say Mars and Gemini, for example. Let's say how the new moon is going to affect you in personally, okay? Let's say how the solar eclipse in Aries, the one we just went through, okay, great. How Venus in Aries or Venus in Aquarius is going to affect you personally. That's a possibility. I like this one a lot. You know, how will your 2023 year look like? Gain insight for the entire year. Literally, like, learn your direction for the year. This chart is different than your chart for birth, right? Or from birth until now, literally understand the entire evolution from the time you were born to your 40 years, to your 50 years. Where are you at and where were you? So that helps you understand how to not stay stuck in the past. You really could just go ahead and get a Q&A. I just updated this all today, all right? Some people who want to look at a career booking, look, boom. You want to just learn how to get more authentic in your career, how to make money on, oh, look at that typo, Mercury Retrograde. Like I said, I did this today. This is kind of on the back end. You have some upgrades if you really want, sound bowl healings, energetic cleansings. It's up to you. I didn't even mean to click that. But, you know, if you want to learn how to actually make money in alignment with yourself, doing something you love, stop clicking it. God damn it. Okay, thank you. Or just even how to learn your own true love language and the style of love. Okay, so that's a possibility. So that's what this looks like in the time frame. It's super simple. You know, you go ahead, you'll click book this. It'll show you what's up. You kind of enter what you want me to know up front, and then bang, book. It's just that simple, right? It's just that simple. So for now, I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining. This is my Uranus in Taurus. Okay, Taurus, what you own, what you have. Uranus technology, how has it upgraded? All right, I gave the examples earlier, so I'll leave that alone. And I'll finish off with this, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the thumbs up. Definitely share this. Major transits coming from at least here to April that I've been able to foresee. This is your AstroShaman Pernell, okay? We are generating a world of harmony, ladies and gentlemen, leveraging human-designed astrology. The combination of the two has completely cracked open so many worlds, okay? Every first and third Sunday we meet for the Astro Divinity memberships. You want to learn how to do everything I'm doing. Like I said, the most affordable and economic way to learn everything that we just said is $33 a month for only the next 6 people. Not the next 6 people, we doubling in it. Okay, so do understand that. Do understand that that's going to double, right? Not even really to create some sense of urgency, more so to just be like, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna stay integral, okay? Because anything past that is just not necessary. All right, cool. I'm out of here. This was fun. I really enjoyed this. Thank you for being here. Love. Oh yeah, discounts end on the 18th of January.